Hi there, this is a demonstration video on a Revox A77 Mk3. It is a half track standard speed recorder, very sought after, very good domestic recorder. It's very well built, and they sound good as well, and they're pretty reliable and robust. I've actually had a couple of B77s in and some PR99 that have all sold. And this is just as good as them, really. This is slightly simple, I think, in layout, a bit more minimalistic, but it's more or less the same thing. They all share the same heads and pretty much the same electronics. So here you have a flap. Obviously you can see everything in. Removable head cover here. You can switch speakers off and reels off as well if you want. This is actually the Suitcase version, which means it has built-in speakers in it, stereo speakers and an amplifier built in. This is more rare than usual. They don't usually have built-in amplifiers and speakers. Normally they just come in normal cabinets, but this has actually got the amplifier and speakers built in, which is quite a good feature. Also, this comes with a lid as well. The lid's there. The actual vinyl on the lid's a little bit worse for wear in places, but it's not too bad considering how old it is. As you see there, I have the Nemesis there to the Revox, the old Ferrograph. These are very well made anyway, and pretty, as I said, easy to operate. Here, you have an outer wheel here which selects mono, channel 1, channel 2 or stereo. Obviously the volume control here. You have a balance, left and right balance there. You can select what sort of equalization you've got, whether it be NAB or IEC. I find IEC seems to sound a bit better. And here, if you put this in this position on each side, you can see the level on the VU meter as you're playing back. If you don't have it on that side, the tape output doesn't display anything on these meters. You have input for radio, mic high, mic low, and aux. Aux is what I mainly use. Here is the power switch. There we are. Switch off. On 7.5 speed with a large reel, 7.5 with a small reel. So depends what size reels you're using. So that's the reel selector. Yeah, it's all working perfectly. I'm just in the middle of servicing it at the moment. But yeah, this is up on eBay right now. I'm probably going to adjust the price a bit. I did pay a lot for this, so I need to obviously get my money back, plus the time that I'm spending servicing and repairing it, because it has got a fault at the moment on it with the recording circuit, which I need to repair. But yeah, anyway, it is playing back fine. I had to adjust a few things for it to play back properly, but yeah, this is what it sounds like. This is on its own speakers. Anyway, rewind. Extremely strong, very good motors. German engineering is so precise. I mean, it's no messing. All of the Revoxes I've looked at, they've all got really strong motors, very sure. They're built like sort of BMW or Mercedes or something. German engineering is really good. I mean, look, very easy to thread the tape, very user friendly. This light you can see is shining on a photocell. Well, it's not shining on the photocell at the moment. Basically, once the tape has passed through it and there's no obstruction to the photocell, it shuts off. And it's got very good brakes, this as well. So yeah, it's well put together, well made. It's got an aluminium chassis underneath this, with modular construction. Very, very good. I mean, you're either in the Revox camp or you're in the Ferrograph camp. I mean, personally for myself, because I am a tinker and I don't mind idiosyncrasies, I'd probably, I might look at Ferrograph for myself, but Revox has got a massive, much bigger fan base than Ferrograph. There's a lot of spares still available for these as well, and they are good units, and I think they're more suited to domestic situations as well than the Ferrograph. The Ferrograph can be a bit temperamental, it can be a bit of a beast. It's harder to thread the tape on the Ferrograph, but it's horses for courses really. But the reason why I've got a 5-inch reel there and a 10.5-inch reel is obviously to demonstrate you can have whatever size reels you want on it. But the other reason is because I've got decent music on this. But on this here, this BASF, I haven't got any decent music. But yeah, obviously it will take whatever size reels you want to put on it. You know, it goes 3 inches will look a bit silly. But it runs 7.5, which is hi-fi sort of quality, which is really good. I don't use 15 unless I have to, unless I'm using a professional recorder with 15 on there. 15 will give you good quality, but it eats tape like anything. I mean, a 7-inch spool, 15 IPS, you'll be lucky to get 32 minutes out of it. And really, the difference in quality between 15 and 7.5 is not so much, for me anyway, that I'd want to waste tape at that speed. I mean, most of the tapes that I buy in, actually, are recorded at 3 3/4, which I find the fidelity a bit low on that. I mean, 7.5 is a massive difference. 15 is not such a big difference, between as much of a difference as 3 3/4 is to 7.5. But obviously 3 3/4 is double the cassette speed. Cassette speed is 1 7/8, so you're going to get really good quality on this anyway. But yeah, there are high speed versions of this available, but I wouldn't be that interested in them, to be honest with you, personally. Because I don't use 15 unless I have to, as I said. Anyway, this is, as you can see, in pretty good condition. I'm going to probably sell this with it as well. This is a plastic reel. This will probably go with it as well. Also, 2 nabs will come with it as well. This one's got the Revox symbol in there. It's very good condition. This one's in good condition, but it seems to have lost the metal insert there. There's no real marks or things I can really show you. There's a slight amount of damage down here on the speaker grill, if you like. A little hole there on both sides, but I suppose that's to be expected. I don't have a key to the lid lock there, but I think you can buy them. They're generic type things. Obviously there's some sort of scratching and stuff on here. This is just a sort of a Tolex case, but when you consider how old these are, it's probably stood up quite well, considering this is the outer cover. but the actual panels here themselves are in extremely good condition, and the faceplate here is extremely good as well. So I would say overall it's a pretty in pretty good condition. As I say, I'm just finishing on servicing. It's on eBay right now, so you can bid on it, or you can contact me directly at delatronics.com. All my contact details there, and I will deal with you directly if you don't want to go through eBay. I have got it on a low cost listing at the moment, so I haven't got a lot of fees associated, so I don't mind going through eBay. But obviously it's collection only, this one, because I wouldn't risk sending this out by courier. I've had couriers destroy machines by now that have been really well wrapped up, heavy machines. If you're dealing with a smaller unit like the small single motor Akai's, they will go into a banana box, Sainsbury's banana box, and can be shipped out. But these, I wouldn't want to destroy a unit like this. Already I've shipped out against my better nature TIAC, really nice 4-track TIAC that I carefully restored, and it was smashed to bits by UPS, and they didn't pay out for it either. They said it was insufficiently packed, which it wasn't. So yeah, I just don't want to go down there. And obviously I've got a car, so I can deliver this personally within sort of a certain area of where I live. So yeah, but yeah, if you're interested, it's on eBay right now. Thanks for watching.